VidCon is a convention for people who make video content on YouTube. And it's been in Australia for 3 years now, and I've been to every single one. Akwaba. Welcome everyone. I'm Jade, and on this channel, Misskoko the Librarian, I share my expertise so that you can create a rockin' online presence that brings you to the attention of all the right people. And today I'm going to share with you my VidCon experience for 2019, because I believe it's important that you reflect on any professional development that you do throughout your career. This year though, there wasn't much on the program that interested me. So I focused on getting to know as many creators as I could. I went to a bunch of networking sessions and put myself in places where people would talk to me. One of those places was a Booktube networking session, and I heard all about Booktubers' aspirations and how they want to grow within Australia. There was also someone at that session from YouTube who asked the Booktubers what they'd like YouTube to do for them. And unsurprisingly, they wanted Australian YouTube to promote the hell out of bookish days like Reading Hour and Book Week, which I'll be honest, I would love to see that happen as well. I asked the group about collaborations within the Booktube world. I was kind of hoping that someone would say that they'd worked with libraries before, but I was disappointed.
Aww.
The Booktubers mentioned that they don't actually get a lot of enthusiasm from libraries to collaborate with them, which seems odd because these people are just as passionate as any librarian about reading and literacy issues. They said that when there's an author event at a library, it's usually the author or the publisher who's actually gone ahead and organised that with the library. So for Booktubers, it's actually easier just to collaborate with those authors and publishers instead of going to a library. And they did mention that if they do go to a library, they have to work really hard to find anybody who would work for them, any champions within the library space, because there isn't already sort of a pro-booktuber culture within libraries. And if you ask me, that is such a wasted opportunity. I went to a couple of Hank Green things at this VidCon as well because I needed my fangirl moment. My interest in YouTube as a place to learn and where you could have a business actually started back in 2012 when I first stumbled on Crash Course and SciShow. And I thought, if these two guys who really don't have any sort of educator's background can do that, that can create educational content and create a business out of it, I sure as hell can do something similar. So I went along to a live recording, Dear Hank and Green show, to just show my support for all the amazing content that the Green brothers have created for the world.
So, Zach, you listened to the podcast before?
Yeah, I got through a half an episode during breakfast. I had a beautiful carrot juice and your voice in my ear.
Oh, I'm so glad that I could caress your cochlea that way. So this is the part of the podcast where when we have a guest, I explain the situation to them. So here's what, now you guys behind the scenes, this is how it works.
This is for us. You can
start off
talk
the
amongst
podcast
yourselves
by saying hello and welcome to Dear Hank and John, but since it's you, I'm going to say hello and welcome to Dear Hank and John. You're going to say, as I like to think of it, Dear Zach and Hank. So that's how that works, because John likes his name to be first, but you're not named John. And then I'll talk for a little bit, and then I'll do a dad joke,
Great.
and then you can laugh or not. And then we'll talk like as friends, and then we'll answer questions, and at the end, you have to tell the news from AFC Wimbledon, which is a third-tier English soccer club, and I'll do the news from Mars.
Heck yeah.
So you can either make something up, or you can tell me about that footy game you went to last night.
I can do that.
That sounds amazing.
All right.
Go Tigers!
Go Collingwood!
The other Hank Green thing that I went to was about business and video. It was about scaling your business, about building teams, and how to keep your team creative.
Things, but for eons, it's labeling who the author is, who the writer is for that script. We've got a fact check step, and then we've got a ready to shoot step, and then we've got our shots, which currently has nothing in it, and then the places where they are, nothing, final review, ready for launch. This is sort of a separate category. And then we've got our published thing, which is just like, this is so lovely. Like, as you continue doing the show, it's like, look at our giant list of videos we made. And you get to keep track of what videos you made. So you can look back and see like when it happened, who wrote it, what the whole process was, and it's very nice. And then we have our dead pool, which is the scripts, the ideas that came in that we ended up not making. So if you want to take a quick picture of that, there's some ideas in there we're not going to do. So this is like the like complicated version of how this works.
So back to meeting as many people as I could. I went to a disability networking session where we discussed how to make video content more accessible so that everyone could enjoy it. Did you know that screen readers could do a much better job for the people who use them if we, creators, started adding a visual description of our videos to our video descriptions? And that captioning has endless benefits, from helping people with a hearing disability be able to enjoy our videos as well, to better search engine optimization through Google and YouTube. It doesn't hurt to do these little extra things for your videos, so why not do them so more people can enjoy our content? The third networking session I went to was an EduTube networking session, and I was super excited about this one. My good friend Seraphim was hosting it, and it was a networking session about educational content on YouTube, which, if you haven't figured out by now, is a passion of mine. Actually, Seraphim, Kelly, and I did a similar session last year, and lots of people showed up. But this year at VidCon, even more people showed up, and that was amazing. Actually, shameless plug here. If you are a creator who creates educational content on YouTube and you're looking for a group of Australian and New Zealand creators to chat with, we have a Facebook group and you are welcome to join, and I'll put a link to it in the description below.
Because I want to know all of you and what you do and stuff. So I'll start, and my name is Seraphim, and I am a... Not at all distracting, Jay. I am an educator on YouTube. I started off wanting to be the Emily Grassley of the humanities, but now I also look at education itself, and I'm about to do a PhD on educational YouTube. So all OU. Yeah, I know, right? And I said this before, but it's really interesting. You can tell the generation of people when I explain what the PhD is, because younger people are people who understand YouTube go, oh, and everybody else goes, ah. Yeah, so that's me. We should talk about the Facebook group afterwards, but so yes. Go.
Hi, I'm Kelly. I'm an English teacher by trade, and now I work as a university lecturer. So my education interest is helping English teachers to make YouTube a thing that people study in school, helping all teachers use YouTube for teaching and learning, and making YouTube myself as a creator. So, yeah.
In this networking session, I wanted to bring up the topics of copyright and legal issues, which was picked up by everyone else. Yay! We looked at a whole bunch of things. We discussed that as people creating educational content, we have to protect ourselves to prevent people taking our word as gospel instead of going to actual professionals. In other words, disclaimers, and are they effective? We looked at the nature of copyright and how it's important to also abide by the copyright laws of Australia and America, you know, seeing as YouTube is an American company and our content falls under their rules. Well, I'm curious, how many educators use YouTube videos within their classroom to illustrate a point? And if you can't find a suitable video, are you tempted to go and make one yourself to show in your class? So I think I got more out of VidCon this year. by listening to the creators who use it instead of going to sessions on tech or software. Because honestly, I can do a search online to find out how to properly clean audio for my videos, but I don't always have access to such a large group of people who are also trying to figure out this wild and wacky world of content creation. So I'm glad I decided to network this year instead. You've been entertained and hopefully educated. I've been Jade from Misskoko the Librarian. I hope that you always be curious, and I will see you same time in a couple of weeks.